what's up with the award, man? Congratulations on your award.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. Yeah. So, Mortgage Banker of the Year. So Mortgage Banker of the Year at Atlantic Bay. Thankful for it.
Yeah.
Thankful to get recognized. And it's cool. It's always cool to get recognized, and I appreciate it. And you know, like I tell my kids, man, you know, I don't rest on this.
Right.
You know, we don't rest on this. We hustle. This is what we all say. We hustle for our last name.
Right.
But no, thankful for it, man. And that's, you know, is without God. God at the center of everything, and He puts me in position to be able to work with the folks that I'm able to work with. So, but I'm very thankful and blessed behind it. But thank you. Yeah, thank you, man. 2022 Mortgage Banker of the Year.
Yes.
As the homie Ed would say, man, hit that flex button one time.
Yeah, there you go. There
Hit
you
that
go.
flex
There
button
you
one
go.
time.
I love it, though. I love it. So that's what I just said that to say, you know, when we're speaking, it's not like it's two professionals that are speaking that aren't blessed to help people. We've been blessed to help a lot of people, and God willing, we're going to help a lot more.
Yeah.
So what you're hearing is experience,
Mm-hmm.
and not the flex, but it's this is what we do.
Yeah,
this
that's what we do. Right. And the thing is, the reason I joke about it, but I was that loan officer when things got tough that left. So I was there. That's what I'm saying. So it's not too much that somebody can say to me that I haven't experienced. So So yes, in 2006, things got rough. What did I do? I got my butt out of this business. I understand, right?
Do you ever feel like getting out now on some real stuff?
No. What I think about doing now is just cutting back, but getting out, no. On the real, no. It never crosses my mind. The thing is, I got plenty else to do, but this is what my gift is. This is what God ordained me to do. So I gotta stay honored with Him. And as long as I'm staying in alignment with Him, that connection is this right here.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't worry about, you know, to you got a team that you got to manage.
Right.
I have two assistants and I have a processor and an underwriter to manage. So those are operationally all tagged to me. So if I were to not do this, then I'm thinking about other people's families, right? You know, they'll be fine, but you know, they depend on me. So not only am my immediate family dependent on me, I got a processor, I got two assistants, I got an underwriter that depends on me. You know, when I look at Atlantic Bay, they depend on me. I depend on them as well. But you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I get wired that way. But yes, 2006, we can talk about that one day for a show, bro.
Yeah.
I got out the business. And why did I get out the business? I was newly married. I was brand new baby. And I'm looking at the funds because the market was changing. Hey, guess what? The rates were going back up again. Market changing. Oh, we about to tank. It's about to be fall. Oh, this is 2006. This is all over again. Oh, this is crazy. This is right. That's what they said in 2006. Didn't they say that last week in 2022?
They did.
Right. It keeps going. So, but I didn't have nobody, or I didn't have enough behind me because I was only doing it for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I have enough behind me to say, oh man, let's just chill. You'll be fine, or you just pivot.
Yeah.
I didn't know about the pivot game. You know that pivot in basketball? Yeah, you pivot. No, I ain't know the pivot.
But we still ride. This is our show, so we do what we want to do. So as far as the mathing, so that applies to everything. So when do you think that most loan officers or realtors, when the math don't math, they get out?
Yeah, when the math don't math, when the math is not, when you're unable to pay your bills and you at your last, it ain't mathing no more. When you're not getting enough steady leads that are coming in, where you may have not made enough impact in your community so people know what you're doing, as opposed to having to pie leads or whatever the case may be, then, you know, and some people may need to pivot. Yeah. So some people may not need to do this.
And that ain't no knock.
No.
And sometimes people might need to do both. They might need to get a job because they need to pay their bills.
Right.
Because the bills still come whether a deal fall out or close or not. So I do understand that.
Yeah.
But we all calendar chasing.
Yeah.
You know, you look at that calendar, right?
Yeah. And you're looking at it and you're like, okay, here it comes this month. The thing is though, I never worry. I don't worry about the money part because that's going to take care of itself. And the reason I don't, knock on wood, straight up, God's blessed me. But I mean, you have to save your money. And that's why when we gave y'all, we free game. We've given shows, you know, The Godfather, Sean, he showed y'all the breakdown of when you get your paycheck as a realtor, you get 3%. Okay, you didn't get 3%. Maybe you got 3%, but then you had to pay your company 1% or whatever that you work for, right? So you got 2%. What are you doing with that 2%? Did you go out and just start flipping and flashing, or did you say, okay, I'm gonna pay all my bills and I'm just gonna automatically flush my money to a savings, right? So I can get on for the next. That's the kind of mentality that people do, because if you're chasing the calendar, you can make $300,000 a year and be still broke because you're always chasing. So if you're not strategically saying, okay, I'm gonna strategically invest, or I'm going to strategically place things, this, that, and the third, then you're always going to be chasing. And this is not the job to chase.
And I think that, sometimes you just think it's going to be like that forever if you got a good run. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, any musician or rapper or, NBA player or NFL player, sometimes when you're feeling good and you in your zone, you feel like it's going to be like that forever.
Correct.
But then all of a sudden, you
not.
look and you're like, wait a minute, wait, what in the what?
Right. Yeah.
And then, that's where that pressure comes in, and you have to make a decision. If you want to take care of your family, you have to make a decision on what you're going to do.
Right. And I respect all decisions that get made, but at the same time, before you enter into any kind of business, why are you here? You got you just like you have an entering plan, you got to have an exit plan, but you got to figure out, okay, while I'm here, what am I going to do while I'm here? And that's real important to know and to put into place, because again, I'm a realtor. Right. Okay. I'm going to learn. I got to have my ramp up period. My ramp up period is going to be at least 6 to 7, 9 months, whatever the case may be. Okay. And then now I'm going to explore. The problem is social media shows you that, oh, you're a realtor, you're supposed to have all this business, you're supposed to have all these things. They don't want to show the ugly. You don't want to show the ugly.
Clients, a lot of clients, they want somebody that's been doing a lot of deals. So that's why, that's why people are putting content out there, because they give the perception that they're doing business.
Yeah, but even so that's part of it. But again, if I'm brand new and I'm new to this, then I'm going to use that part to my advantage, because just like I'm a new realtor needs new home buyers.
Right.
So guess what, new home buyer? The agent who is super busy, who's always closing deals, they may not have time for you. But me, as I'm new to this, you're going to have more dedicated and more time to work with me and talk to me I can get things done. So again, it's ways to just manipulate the information. And again, choosing your own hard. I'm going to steal something else from The Godfather, right? But you choose your own hard. Being broke is hard.
Yeah.
Running a business is hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having money in your bank account when others know that you got money is hard.
Yeah.
You choose which heart you rather have.
That's right.
Right? You choose your heart, but you got to take your situation, because you only could be new for only a little bit.
Yeah.
Because once you got everything up under you, then what?
Yeah.
And if you manipulating and showing content that, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and you're really not doing it, well, then that's got to be depressing. That's mentally, that's got to be depressing.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about it.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree. Land. One more thing. We're going to talk about, briefly talk about land. I'm seeing a lot of my clients and prospects, they want to purchase land, but we talked on the phone the other day, and there's more to it to land. You got to make sure that the land is usable. Yeah. That you can build on it. The perk tests are done on it. All these things. Yeah. Before you just. Yeah. So
man, this is another show, but I'm glad I got a great producer, because somehow she's gonna remix this in here and all that. But here you go, right? Here's the caution before purchasing land. I'm gonna give you 7 tips. I'm gonna give you 7. Maybe I'll whittle it down to 1, but here was 7. Number 1, you gotta make it a delayed closing. Realtor, automatically make it a delayed closing, meaning that have everybody sign an addendum, have everybody in agreement that we're not doing no 1 week, the contract expires and then there's a week after. No. Make it a delayed closing. That's just what you want to do when it comes to a land purchase. Right. Because why do you want to do that for a land purchase? You just said it. You want to be able to go and do your due diligence. Can I build on this land? Right? The house that I want to build on this piece of land, let's say I want to build a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home with this many square footage, and I want to have this garage, and I want this, that, and third. Well, let's say it don't fit. Now what? You done bought land and you can't put what you want to put on it. So you back in a box, right? So again, make it a delayed closing. Number 2, make sure the home fits on the lot. I just said that. That's why you want a delayed closing. The home got to fit. If the home don't fit, then what? I'm just saying, Ed, you a smart man, but I mean, I ain't never seen you use a tape measure to measure a whole 2,500 square foot house.
And you won't see it either.
Right.
You
So you got to get somebody out there to measure it, right?
Yeah.
Make sure the lot value is there. That's the big thing. Make sure the lot value is there. I got a piece of land. It's been in my family forever. We want $100,000 for it. That's what we want. I don't care what the appraisers say. I don't care what nothing say. We want $100,000. Well, are you just gonna come up and buy my land because of what I said I want the price for? Because you can afford it? Or you gonna go out and say, okay, is the land worth that? Remember, it's just dirt.
Right.
So you gotta see where the proximity is. Where is it located? Right? Number 4, make sure the perk test is complete. Perk test. That means is the land valuable to be able to be built on? You know, so not the percolator, not that.
One time for the percolator.
Time for the percolator. It's time.
It's taking you back to your club days, huh? I see.
I thought I was doing a percolator one time, man, and I wasn't doing it. I don't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
But shouts out to John C. Smith. But with that being said, you gotta get that perk test, man. And if you don't get that perk test and the house don't perk and you didn't mess around and bought some land, then guess what? I guess you just gonna be having some land on your hands.
Right.
I'm gonna come dump my trash on your lands because that's what you're gonna have on there. That's what the value gonna be. You gotta get that perk test. Number 5, Ed, what is the water source for that land? What's the water source? Huh? We got city water, Flower Journal Grove. We got city water, or we got septic. What do we have? But y'all buying this land though.
Right.
Let's say you can't get no water. Can't build no house.
It's a bad day.
But you bought that land.
Yeah.
You thought affordable housing was a problem. You thought that you was in this frying pan being cooked. But what happens when you jump out the frying pan and into the fire? What happens when you the realtor saying, "Oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that," and next thing you know, you done wasted somebody's money.
Yeah.
They gonna be ready to kill you, man.
Have you seen some horror stories with land?
I got plenty of them, bro. That's why we made the 7 list. That's what it is. Make sure the water, bro. Ain't no water.
Yeah.
You get on some land. They say, oh, you say, okay, I'm gonna have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. Well, when you get the water test, and you get the water source and all that kind of stuff, you find out that the water will only support a 2-bedroom. So what happened there? You didn't bought land. You saying I'm gonna build this? Now you only can build a 2-bedroom house, 2-bedroom, half bath. What that sound like? That ain't no tiny home. That's worse than that.
I put a mobile home.
It's crazy, right? And then so here's number 6. What kind of access do you have? Access to roads. You didn't bought this land. Do you have access to the main road? Can a fire truck get over to your road in an event that it needs to? Can the ambulance get over there? So again, I'm buying this land. I want this land. What road access do you have?
Are you seeing a bump in more people wanting to do that? Saying that, hey, I'm just going to buy land and build, which is fine.
It's super popular right now.
Yeah.
Why is it super popular? Because of the home prices of where the values are, right? But again, ladies and gentlemen, there's no back doors to being a home builder. Excuse me, no back doors to being a homeowner. Right. There's no back doors. It's no back door to it. I mean, whatever you think, it's already been had.
And you don't do that. You can't incorporate down payment assistance with that. I know the answer, but go ahead.
You answer no, no, but that get asked a lot. Yeah. Oh, I'm about to get some down payment assistance. I'm about to do that. Okay, we're not getting a house on construction, a perm loan, so we'll get all that too. And then here goes number 7, man. Who is the builder, and how much are they charging? That's the thing, man. So again, I want to buy this land, and I know, and I gave you 7 quick tips, right? It could be 70, but I want to buy this land. Okay, well, what are we gonna be able to build on it? Do we have the ability to build on it? Does this land have access to roads and has access to the main road? And will the city have to come in one day and drive a train right through it because they own, at the end of the day, they own all the land anyway?
Is it a reputable builder?
Well, so who's the builder?
Yeah.
Right? Who's the builder? Who's going to build it? And how much are they going to charge you to build on it?
Yeah.
Right? Because you want to build this big, great house, but it don't fit this land. Or the land and all that. And in order for you to build on the land, if you want to finance it, you got to do what? You got to get a construction loan. Will you even qualify for a construction loan? So there's a lot that goes into the land part, man. And I'm sorry we wrapped up the show and we came back to that, but that's key. And I'm going to leave y'all with this, right? The other day I went to lunch, a place I go to lunch a lot, when I go. The salmon, normally, for salmon, you get a salmon, you get 2 sides, whatever you want. Normally $13. $13. when I went on this particular day, I hadn't been in a little bit. That same mill is now $20.
Dang.
I say all to say is that just because the land you want to buy is this price today, but once you get all the things worked out and all that kind of stuff, then it's going to cost you this right here.
Right.
Or you can still be able to afford it. I was salty because all I had was $20 in my pocket.
And they took all of it.
Well, I had to go to the car and get some change because it was taxed too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. And tip and all that.
Well, he ain't get no tip because I ain't had my car. I ain't had my. He got that $20 and I went and got some $2 to get my change, but my tax. But I say all that to say, there's a lot that goes into it. So it's not just as easy as that. Now, if you got land that was in your family and it's just being passed down to you, amazing. That's great. Go get that perk test done. It's some things you can do. But when you talking about you can go buy somebody else's land, pump the brakes. Let's do our due diligence around it. Right. You know, okay, before we put this offer in, let's get a delayed closing because we want to get all these other things done.
Right. Yeah.
That's the thing. Because once you put up that money, it ain't coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, thank y'all for joining us on this show. Thank you, T. A great show as usual.
Great show, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you. And again, you know, we the meats and potatoes behind this thing. So
absolutely,
y'all get used to seeing us. We gonna keep on going. We're gonna be here. We're not going nowhere.
No.
We're gonna go through the recession. We're gonna be here for the pre-session. We're gonna be here for the us session. You know, we just gonna be here, and we're gonna be blessed to be doing it. So we appreciate everybody for your support because that's big. And just continue to listen, man. I listen to the show, not because I want to hear myself, but I just be listening because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds right. You know, so I critique myself.
Oh yeah. And we always looking to improve and get more guests too, and calls in. So if anybody wants to be on the show, or if you have any ideas of topics that you want us to address on the show, let us know. And we're here for the people. This is for y'all. It's for all of us. It ain't just our show.
Right.
It's everybody's show.
Yeah. We got that free game home education class coming out, so we're gonna do that soon.
Yeah.
And then also, man, we should get we should do an agent show. We can do a lender show too, but do it like an agent show, like old agents, OGs versus the new bucks.
Yeah, there you go.
And they just be able to like kind of school them on what's the longevity of these pieces. Because I see a lot of people burning both ends of the candle, and you're gonna burn out soon, man.
And it's a lot of agents and loan officers that are doing some amazing things out there that I love. You know what I'm saying? I like what Jarrell's doing. I like with Sean Gerald and a lot of people doing.
He a machine. Yeah,
Crystal, Stringfellow. A lot of people just killing it.
Yeah, she was doing some dance the other day. I was like, what's that? Y'all need separate pages. That's the first I'm gonna say, man.
So
get a separate page.
It's definitely exciting to see, and we all are trying to, we're basically saying the same thing, but everybody has their own spin to it, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this because you being nice. They not saying the same thing we saying. I'm saying this right here. They not. They not. They saying something, but they ain't saying this.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. I mean, that's not a knock.
Yeah.
I love noir. Noir is noir, but noir ain't Averhome Group. Right. Averhome Group ain't Stringfellow and Fellows, right? Or Sean Gerald. I mean, these are all folks that we give proper respect to all day. But it is gonna be different.
Yeah.
And that's why this beautiful world that we have that's called America, it allows you to be in these different lanes and you do your thing.
Absolutely.
But ain't nobody got that secret sauce, but ain't nobody got nobody got her.
Yeah.
So there it is.
For
Boom.
Sure.
All right.
Well, cool. Well, one love, man.
Man, love, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right.
I'll see y'all next week.
Let's go.